Archimede searches for a breakthrough worthy of shouting, Eureka! Archimede, report to the bridge. Archimede? Fine, I will conduct the proper summons. Brr, brr, brr. Capitano? Archimede reporting as ordered. Archimede? Explain to me again why it's absolutely necessary I play this thing. The kazoo, Capitano? On occasion I get lost in my work. I tend to tune out all sound, including voices. The kazoo is unique enough to slip through my tunnel of hearing. Right, I guess that makes sense. Very well. I don't like it, Archimede. Isn't there something more professional I can use? Your attentiveness is not my problem, Archimede. I'll keep my eyes open. Besides, I'll tune out the kazoo eventually, as well. Moving on. Have the system checks been completed? They have. We are operational, although we are not running as efficiently as I would like. How efficiently are we running? Approximately 98.5%, Capitano. Maybe 98.2. Organa's incoming. Drat. If only we were at 99.3% efficiency. Very funny. Capitano, you have a moment. Yes, Archimede, what is it? I have some concerns about the crew's performance. Maintenance in particular. Speak plainly, are they neglecting their duties? Absolutely not. The work is adequate and by the book. And what is your concern? I have made 7 modifications that are, let's say, outside the box, but the maintenance crew just keep resetting them to standard. If they don't know your intentions, Archimede, then they are just performing their duties. I'll speak to the maintenance CEO and see what we can work out. As they should. They have manuals for a reason. Those manuals were outdated the day they were printed, Capitano. If we are going to continue these modifications, the crew need new manuals. I don't know where we will get those. You're going to write them. Then you will give briefings to the crew. I can't command my vessel. A vessel my crew don't understand. Alright, Capitano, I'll start right now. Or later. Attention crew, we are under attack. Officers to your stations. Do not give them an inch. All threats are neutralized, Capitano. You may have taken a few hits. Are you alright? I want crew accountability and damage reports. Damage report? Superficial damage. Nothing to be overtly concerned about. Dents and scrapes don't bother you? I thought you were a perfectionist. I'm not vain, Capitano. I'd look like an anglerfish if I would have been running at 100%. You're an interesting one, Archimede. And busy. I'll have to write those manuals. Wait, don't you need these notes? What notes? These here. You were scribbling them down during your engagement. Oh, no, you can toss them, Capitano. That was just for fun. Archimede, get dressed. That uniform needs some work. Right, I was rushing. Sorry, it will only take a moment. Eureka! Eureka? Eureka! I've noticed some of the crew have really been missing their pets, so behold. What is that? Some kind of toy? People have different kinds of pets, so around the full spectrum. A bird beak, bat ears, furball body, and the comforting eyes of a porcelain doll. I love that thing. How many can you make? That thing's evil. I feel in my heart, fresh out of hell evil. I lost a piece of myself knowing that it exists. Well, I know who isn't getting this one-of-a-kind creation. I've already figured out how to make the eyes move. Archimede? Now, if only I could get it to make noise. No, to speak. Archimede. These Morganas. They keep ruining my concentration. Capitano, have you had a moment to read my new manuals? I've looked at them, yes. And? They're too difficult to decipher, Archimede. They can't just be equations and theorems. They need to explain things. All I did was look at it. I can't make sense of anything. What a mess. There is no order and no explanation. Really? That doesn't bode well for the crew. It's the first draft, and I'm not implying any wrongdoing. And let's talk critique after this distraction. Absolutely. Archimede, do you have a second? Certo, what's going on? I just finished the second draft of your manuals. Is it an improvement? An improvement? These are great. I've never seen such a turnaround. They've improved a lot. I think they're ready to hand out. Yes, we can hand these out to the crew. Yes, Capitano. How do you plan on briefing the crew? Briefing, Capitano? Well, Cattiva ragazzi, Capitano. Unfortunately, we need to drop this discussion. Delay, not drop, Archimede. Eureka! Eureka! I have solved the problem, Capitano. Which problem is that? Some of the crew have switched to 10-second toothbrushing instead of the recommended 60 seconds. Can't say I approve of that. I was constructing this compact engine for the turret when Seaman Eriksson nearly knocked me out with a good morning. That's when I thought, instead of a piston, I'll fasten on a toothbrush. I can build enough for the whole crew. This engine was meant to control the turret. You've decreased its power, right? Will this turret-powered toothbrush damage their teeth? So you plan on fixing the breath problem by knocking out their teeth? No, it's not that powerful. Then again, it could use some revision. I'll mandate full minute oral hygiene in the meantime. See, Capitano. Archimede, why haven't you briefed the crew on the new manuals yet? I haven't? My apologies. Of course. I'll move some experiments around and you're making excuses again. I'll schedule them for the end of the week. But I need time to prepare. You're worrying too much. Just go over the manual and answer any questions. You won't have any problems, it's just a simple briefing. You've had plenty of time to prepare. This is an order. Simple for you, maybe. Archimede. Now here is a problem that's easy to resolve. Oh, I'm dizzy. Are we on course? Yes. The crew is compensating. I heard your briefing went well. They did. They really did. The crew looks up to you. I knew you would do well. If the crew like your quirks, you shouldn't worry about speaking to them. See, I told you. Easy. I wouldn't say easy, but yes, I was capable. So is the stress wearing off? Dizziness subsiding? I'm not dizzy from the briefings. Should we deal with these Morganas? You kazooed me, Capitano. You haven't been yourself lately, Archimede. Is something wrong? You've been having more dizzy spells than normal, haven't you? Archimede, your performance has dropped recently. Am I that obvious? See, something is wrong. Would you tell me what the problem is? No fear sienton. Know thyself. You're not sure you do now? I really do underestimate that brain of yours, Capitano. What's been troubling you? Do you know the story behind Eureka, Capitano? Archimedes shouted it when he discovered buoyancy, didn't he? Some Greek person in the bath shouted it. Something to do with displacement. Yes, I met you. You yelled it at me. And you have continued to do so. See, but people often mistake the mark on an important detail. Oh, people often miss the mark on an important detail. When Archimedes felt Eureka, he wasn't just solving an equation. He was seeing through the physical, behind reality, into the cause of everything. Go on. He had been in the bath 100 of times. The answer was always there. It wasn't some fluke, you see. All greats do it. All the greats do it. How does all of this relate to you? I am a fraud, Capitano. I have no right to shout Eureka. Archimede. Morganas, Capitano, approaching fast. Archimede, we need to discuss your misconceptions about being a fraud. It's true, Capitano. I realized it when I gave those briefings. There isn't a single Eureka in those manuals. Just cleverly rearranged, preconceived ideas. But they are innovations. There isn't a sub in the fleet, maybe in the war, that runs like you. They are still ideas no one thought of. That doesn't count for anything. Doesn't that count for anything? So you haven't had your moment yet. Stop complaining. Anyone who put their mind to it could have figured them out. I don't mean to sound arrogant, Capitano, but I am a belle. I'm not the strongest or the fastest. But I thought, at the very least, I was clever. No, I'm not sure. I'm at a loss for words. I will still perform my duties to the highest standard, Capitano. I'll adjust to my new situation soon. Don't turn sullen on me just yet, Archimede. Eureka! That's not funny, Capitano. I didn't mean it to be. Maybe I didn't appear beyond reality. But I did have an idea. You're bored. I don't follow. You haven't had Eureka because nothing is challenging you since I met you. You haven't faced any problem you couldn't solve in 2 seconds. So now I'm too smart? Exactly. I'm not the one who said it. Just hold on and let me finish. I think I see where you're going. Since I may not live long enough to see a problem you can't solve, we'll just have to make one. So how do we do that? That's on you, Archimede. This idea was tapped dry. Back to things I understand. Yes, Capitano. Archimede, sonar is reporting some unusual readings. What are you doing? Listening, Capitano. I tweaked the sonar slightly. There's no threat. Go on, place your ear against the hole too. What is it? A ping? Dolphins, Capitano. They're talking. Well, not speaking per se, but communicating. What are they saying? Can you tell what they are communicating? You had some crew members very worried, Archimede. Not exactly. I would need more time to study and observe. Sound like they are getting excited. See, increasing speed, lots of repetition, speaking over each other. They sound scared. Morganas? Capitano, permission to change course and engage if necessary. Granted. Capitano, may have an idea for a Eureka. For our next engagement with the Morganas, we should disable the sonar. How will we target the Morganas, especially the ones we submerge? Or especially once we submerge? How indeed? Will we be blind, deaf, and in danger? It's exactly what you need. I understand, but how dangerous will this be? You're ready to put the lives of everyone on board at risk? Yes, Capitano. I won't let any harm come to them. Crew, this is your captain. You have all been briefed on Exercise Eureka. You are disabling the sonar for this engagement. Archimede? See, I'll need everyone at your best. I'll get us through. Chiudere di bocca rapporti. Batten down. No, no, no. Archimede, grab hold of yourself. Did we take a bad hit? A breach? Breaches, no. All contained. I'll need to check on the infirmary. Archimede, they are being taken care of. I need you here if you're going to help them. You're not a physician. You need to help where you can now. Archimede, you're remaining at your post. That's an order. But you're right. Yes, Capitano. Morganas. Grazie for ragazzi. They're the last thing I need right now. Unbelievable timing. I'll send them all to the bottom of the ocean. All of them. Compose yourself, Archimede. No unnecessary damage. Yes, Capitano. Archimede, you can't just avoid everyone. See, Capitano, reporting. I know you feel responsible for the attack, but you're not. We all knew what we were getting into. If you need someone to blame me. Stop sulking, please. You screwed up, now learn from it and move on. I have learned. I've learned my place. We'll take some time and revisit Exercise Eureka. I'm terminating the exercise. I'm sorry, Capitano. It's not my decision to make, but I won't participate. You're right, it's not your decision. However, I know better than to give an order like that. Grazie, Capitano. You will not bury yourself in this incident. We still need you. We need your mind here, and I will make an order. Or that I will make an order. I understand, Capitano. Capitano, what is this? It's a petition from the crew to continue the Eureka exercise. I thought we discussed this. We did. We're discussing it again. Capitano, I'm back to my senses. This isn't an emotional decision. I was arrogant, plain and simple. It's not worth the risk. We were all arrogant, Archimede. The rest of us haven't learned our lesson. Why? Your proposal was too good. If it works, we won't be the only ones shouting Eureka. You inspired them, and they would rather see it blow up in their faces than have it wither away. You tempted them with the possibility of being a part of something amazing. They won't let that go easy. We may not be bells, but that doesn't mean we embrace the mundane. I've noticed. Do you need a decision now, Capitano? No, but the crew would appreciate one soon. I won't dwindle. Capitano, I've made a decision about Exercise Eureka. If you're trying to build suspense, it's working. I'll do it, but I have some conditions. Go on. Starting immediately, we will perform 2 lifeboat drills daily, rather than 1. The sonar will be on standby, ready to activate at the moment's notice. Agreed. Those are reasonable conditions. Finally, if we are hit, we end the exercise immediately. You're tougher than that, and so is the crew. Make it 3 hits and you have a deal. We can't do that. They're committed to the risks. 3 hits, then we cancel. No, they're risking their lives. They deserve a commitment attempt. We take 3 hits before cancelling. 3 hits. C, Capitano. Then we have an accord. C. When will you start preparations? I'll start right now. I'll start soon. Archimede, all stations are reporting in. You're officially on standby for exercise Eureka. They're ready, Capitano? I'm certain. Are you? How's the balance? I'm ready. I'm dizzy for sure, but it's manageable. I feel like I ate a boulder. Good. Then it's not just me. This is it. Let's address the crew. This is it, everyone. Remember your posts. Look out for each other. Let's make it happen. Exercise Eureka is starting. Stay salty. And let's make history. All hands, Exercise Eureka is a go. Let's let them have it. Grazie. Everyone, let's show them what we can do. Joderia Bokra Port. Ha! Batten down, you old sea dogs. Sonar disengaged. Archimede, it's your show. Eureka! Eureka! Archimede, sit down before you fall down. We're not spinning to the bottom, right? No, that's just you. Eureka! Eureka! Ha! Eureka! It worked. I didn't know what happened, but we pulled it off. You did it. What happened? How did you do it? Archimede, take a ref. We're having some trouble maintaining course. It was indescribable, Capitano. I saw it. Past the physical, I saw the answer. Relax, Archimede. We'll handle this. You're certain, Capitano? Yes. Wrap your mind around what happened. We're all dying to hear about what you did. Archimede, spill it. How did you engage the Morgana without a sonar? I'm still trying to figure out how to articulate it, Capitano. But basically, I felt them in the waves. How is that possible? They weren't close enough to detect in any wake. That's just it, Capitano. Distance doesn't matter. The wake doesn't disappear. Its effect is still in the waves. Everything is. Everything? Every ship, every fish. That energy is still there, and it carries all the way to shore. You're telling me you could locate anything in the ocean. That's amazing. This really paid off. It sounds like science fiction. If you can decipher the data, yes. Should we disengage the sonar? Absolutely not. This is far from a confirmed science. Then let's get back to it after this. I just finished reading your paper. So, wave language theory. I did feel like the ocean was speaking to me. Too poetic. Or too poetic? Not at all. I like it. I prefer Archimede theory. Not my favourite title, but I'm no writer. Thank you, Capitano. So if I understood this correctly, we can't use this theory now. Not yet. Not reliably. The amount of information to decipher is mind-boggling. It'll be decades before we create a practical device. Rome wasn't built in a day. Exactly. Well, regardless, we are well overdue for celebration. Celebration, Capitano? I'm a horrid party planner. That's why you're going to worry about the Morganas. Leave the celebration to me. Yes, Capitano. Enjoying yourself? I am. I've never seen the crew so unpredictable. They're professional at everything, especially celebrating. The crew. And you learn that dancing where? It may have been a mistake to disregard the alcohol ration. We all make mistakes, Capitano. At least you made a fun one. Don't wear yourself out. The party's just started. This is the captain. Let's go into the crew to your post. Let's end this Let's end this interruption quickly. No problem, Capitano. Do you need the music turned off? No. Let those cattivi ragazzi hear it. Let them hear what they're missing. Roger. Archimede? Capitano? You made it down here. I decided I could relieve myself for an hour or so. Good. We're about to bring the record player up to the bridge. I realized, Archimede, that in all this time, we've never shared a drink. I'm relieved it's still playing. May I have this dance? Poseidon curses. Let's line them up, Capitano. I got lucky. Having you as a partner, thank you, Archimede. Grazie, Capitano. Who would have guessed we would be this good together? Interrupted, of course. Well, the crew can handle this. This is long overdue. It is.